And welcome back to the Homeschool Clan. I'm Kendie. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do Dutch pigtails, I guess is what I'm going to call them. Anyway, so it's a simple Dutch braid from the corner of your part all the way down to the nape of your neck. We post our videos every single day of the week except for Sundays. DJ Octave has Mondays. I have Tuesdays. Mary will be posting on alternating Wednesdays. Emily Ryan Brown has Thursdays. Sam has Fridays. And Peter has Saturdays. Keep your eye out for collaborations. Okay, to start the hairstyle off, what I'm first going to do is I am going to part my hair directly down the middle all the way down the back of my head. This will give me even amounts. This will make it so that my hair is equal on both sides. And this is where I will begin the braid. Okay. Once I have done that, I'm going to take my hairbrush and brush through my hair to make sure I don't have any tangles or snarls. Once that is complete, as soon as I finish brushing, alright, I personally always do my left side first for some reason. I've just found that it's easier for me. You can start with whichever side. Okay, once I have them divided and I'm sure there are no tangles, I'm going to secure the right side of my hair with an elastic. It doesn't have to be like your right or left side. It's like you pick a side, and that's the side you're going to start with, and then you secure the other side out of the way to make sure you don't pull hair from that. Okay. Once I have secured the right side of my hair, I am going to take a spray bottle and just wet down my hair to make sure everything stays in place. You can do it dry, but I like to do it wet because I feel like it gets in tighter. Though, if you're going for a more loose look, I would recommend starting with dry hair. Okay. Then I'm just going to run a comb through to make sure my hair is evenly damp. You can do this like once you get out of, like right after a shower, like make sure your hair is like half dry, then do it. That's typically what I do. Though if I am starting with dry hair, I like to spritz it down. So it's especially nice if you're like me, how you'll like pick a hairstyle and then kind of stick with it for several days. So like I'll do the braids, then the next morning I'll take them out, brush my hair, get my hair wet, and then just redo them. I find that it's handy. Okay, now to begin the braid. To begin the braid, what I'm going to do is take my comb and take a small section right at the top, right next to my part line, about right here. I like to try and go for really small, so that I can start, because I think it looks nicer. Okay, divide that section that you took into 3 smaller sections. Then take your rightmost section and pass it under the middle. Then take your left section and pass it under the middle. So first your right one became the middle, and now your left one is the middle. Now take your rightmost section, pass it under the middle so it becomes a middle, and take a small piece of hair and add it to your now middle section. Again, take your leftmost piece, pass it under the middle, middle, and then add hair to the middle, to your now middle section. Then I like to smooth things out and make sure I don't have any weird lumps when I'm done. Alright. Once you've done that, take your right section, press it under the middle so it's now in the middle, and add in a small section of hair. If you feel like it isn't smooth enough for your taste, you can just take your comb and run it through your hair. Make sure everything is smooth, how you like it. And then take your left section, pass it under the middle so it is now the middle section, and add in some hair to that section. Comb out any snarls that you may have so as to leave the braids smoother. Again, take your right section. Alright, this time I'm actually adding hair to my right section before I pass it under. Either way works. It just depends on your preference. I can do it both ways, but this time I'm adding hair before I pass it under, or maybe I passed it under before. Anyway, just be sure that you add hair in, you keep adding small pieces of hair until you run out of hair. Because typically I don't like the more poofed braid. I like the more tight, is going to stay out of your way all day sort of braid. Alright, reach the end, and I'm just going to secure with an elastic. Voila! Okay, let's do a final spin. So, I start my braids up as close to my part as I can, then take it all the way down to the nape of my neck.